There are 2,719 properties that sold in Arlington County in 2019, and I've narrowed that list down to 5. And today we're going to take a look at the top 5 most interesting properties in Arlington that either sold in 2019 or are currently on the market. These are properties that are unique. These are properties that are different. There is something about these properties that makes them stand out from the almost 3,000 properties that sold in Arlington in 2019. One of these properties has a connection to Tom Hanks. Another one of these properties is literally $25 million more than the surrounding houses in that neighborhood. You're gonna wanna stick around to watch this video, guys. We're gonna get started. All you have to do is hit the thumbs up button. That's all you gotta do to start the video. Did you hit it? Did you tap on it? I trust you. Let's get started. The number 5 property on our list is a house that's located at 3120 North Pershing Drive. And for you loyal subscribers out there that have been subscribed to this channel for a couple years now, you may have remembered this video that I did on this exact house about 3 years ago. Today we're taking a look at the most absurd house you will ever see in Arlington County. I'll link to that video below and I'll give you the expedited history. This house was built in 2005, 6 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, ballroom, indoor pool, 13,000 square feet, guys. It's just a monster of a house. And way back when, they wanted $4 million for it. Of course, they did not get $4 million, so they kept dropping the price, taking it off the market, raising the price, dropping the price, putting it up for rent. Nothing worked, and now it's on the market for $1,795,000, which actually isn't a terrible price for the house that you're getting. The issue is more so the functionality of the house. When you're walking through it, the home almost feels like a museum. There's a lot of questionable design elements, and the rooms are not laid out in an efficient manner. I mean, just look at this basement. There's just one large space. It looks like about 3,000 square feet down here. It doesn't look like a house where you'd raise your family. It looks more so like an event space, like where you'd have a wedding or where you'd have a corporate event. I think the next owner is either going to live in a palace at half the price or just end up tearing the house down and building a house that's actually worth $3 million. This house is easily one of the most notorious houses in all of Arlington County. The next home on our list is 2716 South Fort Scott Drive. Now, from the outside, the house seems like a pretty ordinary house. And when we start looking on the inside of the house, well, it seems like a pretty ordinary house. Great living room, nice kitchen. Nothing really stands out about it. But here's the deal, and this is kind of insider knowledge just between me and you. The house sold for $1.6 million, but it was listed for $1.43 million. Guys, the house closed for $170,000 over the asking price, and oh, by the way, the seller paid in all cash. Could you imagine trying to buy your dream home in Arlington County? You put in an amazing offer at list price and you lose by almost $200,000. When we dig a little bit deeper, this house is in a fantastic location. So what? Lots of houses are in a great location, guys. This house sold at this price for one reason and one reason only, and that is because the new Amazon HQ2 headquarters is going to be in very close proximity to this household. And the reason it's included on this list is because this house on South Fort Scott Drive epitomizes the Arlington market in 2019 because of the influence that Amazon had on the market. The home closed in the springtime in April of 2019, around the peak of all the Amazon buzz. Think early spring market. Amazon announced in November of 2018. Not many single family houses come up for sale in this neighborhood, so you're literally 5 to 10 minutes away from Amazon HQ2. You have an amazing house. In the description, it says something about Frank Lloyd Wright inspired home. That's wonderful and fantastic. Good for you guys. But the main reason and the reality that this home sold for almost $200,000 more was because of Amazon HQ2. So if you're wondering, maybe you're out of town and you're wondering what sort of impact Amazon had, did houses sell for more? Was there less? Yes, all of the above. Now, we're a year after that, so we're not seeing it as much, but you can absolutely be sure that Amazon had a huge impact in the local Arlington real estate market. Property number 3 on our list is 4576 26th Street North. The house also has a nickname. That's how you know houses are important, when they have nicknames. The nickname is Birchwood. The home was built in 1836 and it has a fascinating story. So Teddy Roosevelt, yes, that Teddy Roosevelt, was friends with a guy by the name of Weslie Condominium. Now, Rixey owned a lot of land in Arlington County, specifically North Arlington, present-day Marymount University, and Washington Golf and Country Club. And when Roosevelt would come to visit, what they would do is they'd go horseback riding together like two bros, just hanging out, having fun. And what do you do after a long day of traversing the Arlington countryside on horseback? Well, you go for ice cream. And this log cabin was actually an ice cream parlor back in the day, and it's where Teddy Roosevelt would hang out and eat ice cream after going horseback riding. Imagine you bought this house in 2019 in Arlington, as someone did. You have your housewarming party and you're sharing stories like, oh yeah, Teddy Roosevelt, he had mint chocolate chip over there. Over there is where he had chocolate chip cookie dough. It's just, you just can't, how do you even top that story? That's insane. It doesn't get much better than that. That's such a crazy, I don't know how you top a story about an American president eating ice cream in your living room. I just get so excited talking about all the history and all the presidents that have come through Arlington County and spent time here. Let's move on. The house sold for $775,000 and the house seems to be in pretty good condition. The home was renovated a few years ago. I mean, just look at this living room. It's like your own log cabin, and it even has a separate dining room as well. Oh guys, look at this home office. I can get so much work done here. The home office with the windows and the built-ins, it looks so cool. It does kind of look like it's in the middle of the hallway, but I think I can make that work. The bedroom is where it starts to get a little bit dicey for me. You have to get creative here storage-wise. There's no closet in the bedroom. It's probably in the hallway, but it's not gonna be very large. And the bathroom upstairs is very old. This would be a very tough master bathroom to use every single day. The downstairs has very usable space. It seems like a cool place to hang out. The article I read on the house says that the house is actually haunted by a ghost. So, you know, if you're ever watching TV down there by yourself, you're not by yourself. And look at this yard area. You throw up a new fence, do some landscaping, and you're in business here. Guys, that's just an amazing listing. You don't see too many properties where a US president has visited. All right, that's just house number 3. Let's move on to number 2. Number 2 on our list is 405 Chain Bridge Road, and this house is everything that the last house was not. The property is listed for, get ready for this, $28.75 million. It hasn't been built yet, but that's the price tag for the finished product. These are the renderings for the property, and it looks like it belongs in the French countryside. But to fully understand the property, we need to understand how we got here. So this property is a combination of 3 different lots: 405 Chain Bridge, 407 Chain Bridge, and 3915 44th Street North. And to purchase all these lots, they had price tags of 1.5 mil, 3.6 mil, and $1.3 million. Do the math, that's $6.4 million just to acquire the land. So you're out almost $6.5 million. You haven't even built the house. And in Arlington County, the most expensive houses usually go for $3 million, sometimes $4 million. So can this area really support a price tag of almost $30 million? The answer is yes. Just last year, the Marywood estate, which was Jackie Kennedy's childhood home, actually sold for $43 million, and that home is located just up the street from the property that we're talking about right now. And it's not just the houses that go for a hefty price tag. The land goes for a lot of money as well. In 2018, last year, 6 acres sold for almost $20 million. This development is a long time in the making. All 3 of these parcels were bought in 2013. Guys, it's almost 7 years later. Nothing has happened, but the wheels are finally in motion, and it's gonna be very interesting to see what happens with this property. When thinking about what type of person can actually afford a $28 million property or a $43 million property, well, it's usually not an individual person. Usually it's more so an organization, a government, or an embassy. So I have a feeling this won't be the last time we'll talk about this property on this channel. All right, guys, we've made it to the number 1 most interesting property, and it's a condo located in Roslyn at 1401 North Oak Street, unit number 909, all the way at the top, and it's famous because it was once owned by Texas politician Charlie Wilson, and the condo is featured in a couple scenes in the movie Charlie Wilson's War, starring the one and only Tom Hanks.
Come on out here. I'm going to show you the best view in the district. Jefferson Memorial, the Arlington Bridge, there's the Pentagon.
The retreat of Soviet military power.
Make a gesture towards the vanquished. Well, I've told you.
Talk about being a part of history, guys. You literally had CIA operations taking place inside your own living room. You had an A-list actor, a huge movie production, multiple scenes inside this condo. Sure, you can have fancy architecture, you can have high price points, but international affairs, Tom Hanks, government, wars, conflicts happening inside a condo in Roslyn. Roslyn's not in an international war, but the phone calls, you get the idea. It doesn't get much better than this condo in Roslyn. There you have it, guys, the top 5 most interesting properties in Arlington County for 2019. I am confident in my order. I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments section below. This video was a little bit different. I wanted to share with you more knowledge about Arlington. Guys, I'm always trying to educate you on Arlington County and cool and unique history. Come on, Teddy Roosevelt riding horses in the Arlington countryside and eating ice cream. Tom Hanks hanging out in Roslyn. Guys, this is so freaking cool. I hope you share the same excitement. If you like this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button, and I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, create a productive day. Take care.